So this is another example where we are finding the area of a sector of a circle, but this one's a little different because the shaded region is the larger region of the circle. If you watch the other video, it's finding the area of the small sector. For this one, it's done the same exact way, only you've got to find the degrees of the entire large sector that it actually doesn't give you in the problem. If you read the problem, it says, if angle AOB is 64 degrees, and the radius of the circle is 5 inches, find the area of the shaded sector. Well, it tells you right here that the angle AOB is 64. That's this angle here. So if this angle is 64 degrees, how do we find the rest of the degrees around the circle? Well, it's pretty easy. If you know that the entire circle makes 360 degrees, we can actually just take this section out. So if we take 360 minus 64, we get 296. So the rest of this, and I like labeling this on my drawing, is 296 degrees. Now that I know this, I can do my proportion like I did in the other problem. So the first thing I need to do is find the area of the circle, and area is pi r squared. It already gives us the radius of the circle, which is 5 inches. So all I have to do is plug in 5. Pi times 5 squared. And 5 squared is 25. So the area is 25 pi. And of course this is in inches, so I need to say that the area of the entire circle is 25 pi inches squared. Now that I've got the entire area of the circle, I can set up my proportion. I'm going to say that the entire area, which is 25 pi, is associated with the entire degrees of the circle, which is 360. And now I'm looking for the section that's not 64. I don't want the 64 degrees. I want the 296 degrees. So my 360 degrees represents the entire circle. This represents the area of the entire circle. So when I set up my proportion over here, I'm going to use the degrees that I actually want, which is just this section. So 296 goes on the bottom. And this is the area that I'm trying to find, so that's our variable. And now I cross multiply. 360 times x is 360x. 25 times 296 is 7,400 pi, and then I can divide by 360. X equals, divide by 360, I get a decimal. It says 20.5 repeating. I can use my fraction button here. If I hit the math key, which is right here, and choose a fraction, it'll turn it back to a fraction for me. That way I have an exact answer and not an approximation. It says 185 over 9 pi, and this is going to be, since it's area, it is inches squared. So the 25 pi represents the entire area of the entire circle, and this 185 over 9 pi represents just the area of the shaded region. Okay? And that's how you find the area of a large sector of a circle.